The rumor mill is really churning right now. Word on the street is that LeBron James is eyeing the WNBA. Not as a player, of course. I mean, come on. But he's thinking ownership. And not just any owner, mind you. He's reportedly looking to build a dynasty. Just imagine this for a second. Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, and more, all on the same team. Dominating the league, breaking records. It's the kind of power move that sends shockwaves through the sports world. Is it true? Well, time will tell. But the mere possibility? Yeah, it's got everyone talking. LeBron's known for his basketball IQ. And let's not forget, he's also built a business empire. So, could the WNBA be his next conquest? One thing's for sure, LeBron's involvement would be a game changer. The WNBA is already on the rise, viewership is up, investment is flowing. But LeBron's star power, that's a whole new level. LeBron James isn't just a basketball legend, he's a savvy businessman. Remember his investment in Liverpool FC? A small stake turned into a massive payday. That's LeBron. Strategic, forward-thinking, always playing the long game. So yeah, the WNBA rumors, they hold weight. LeBron sees opportunity, he understands the value of women's sports, and he knows how to build a winner. The WNBA isn't just about basketball, it's about empowerment, about equality, about inspiring the next generation. And LeBron gets that. He's always been more than an athlete, he's an icon, a role model. Investing in the WNBA wouldn't just be good business, it would be a statement. A testament to LeBron's commitment to making a difference. And honestly, that's something the world really needs right now. The idea of a WNBA super team, it's pretty tantalizing. Just imagine the talent, the star power, the must-watch games. It would be a spectacle, a marketing dream. But is it good for the league? Some folks argue that super teams create an uneven playing field. They stifle competition, make it harder for smaller markets to succeed. And let's be real, watching the same team win year after year, that gets old. On the flip side, others say super teams bring attention. They elevate the entire league, attract sponsors, boost viewership. And hey, who doesn't love watching the best of the best go head-to-head? The truth is, there's no easy answer here. Super teams are a double-edged sword. They can be both exciting and problematic. The key? It's finding a balance, a way to foster competition while still allowing for star power to shine. Sabrina Ionescu isn't just one of the WNBA's brightest stars. She's also a savvy businesswoman, a role model for a new generation of athletes. And now, she's an investor too. Ionescu recently bought into Bay FC, a soccer club in the National Women's Soccer League. And wow, this is huge. It shows that her commitment to women's sports goes way beyond the court. She's putting her money where her mouth is, and she's not alone. More and more female athletes are stepping up as investors. They're breaking down barriers, changing the game, and inspiring others to do the same. It's a powerful movement, one that's just getting started. Ionescu's investment in Bay FC, it's a sign of things to come. The future of women's sports is bright, and it's being shaped by athletes like Sabrina Ionescu. For too long, ownership has been the final frontier for athletes, especially female athletes. But hey, that's changing. Ionescu's investment in Bay FC is just one example. And look at Jason Tatum. He's part of a group bidding to bring a WNBA team to St. Louis. Imagine that, an NBA star using his platform to advocate for the women's game. That's the kind of leadership we need. It's not just about money though, it's about influence, about having a seat at the table, about shaping the future of the game. And honestly, it's about time. This is bigger than basketball. It's about equality, about opportunity, about creating a more just and equitable world. And yeah, it's happening right before our eyes. So, picture this. A 16-year-old girl just out of high school, absolutely dominating the WNBA draft. She's a phenom, a once-in-a-generation talent, the kind of player who breaks records before she even graduates. Scouts are buzzing, coaches are calling, her highlight reels are going viral, everyone knows her name. And yeah, she's ready to go pro. She's been training like a professional since she was 12. Her work ethic, unmatched, her focus, laser sharp. She's not just dreaming of the WNBA, she's prepared for it. But here's the catch. WNBA rules say she has to be 22 or have finished college to be eligible. No exceptions, no fast tracks, just a hard line in the rulebook. It's a debate that's been going on for years. Some say the rule protects young athletes, others argue it holds them back. And now, with a talent this undeniable, the conversation is heating up again. Should young women be allowed to enter the draft early? Should the league evolve to meet the moment? Or should tradition and caution win out? Or should they be required to wait, to follow the same path that's been walked for decades? High school, then college, then maybe the pros. On one hand, college is valuable, no doubt about it. It's a place to grow, to learn, to build a foundation beyond the game. It provides an education both on and off the court. It teaches discipline, teamwork, and how to handle pressure in a structured environment. It gives young athletes time to grow, to mature, to develop, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's a buffer zone between youth and the spotlight, and it offers some protection from being taken advantage of, from the pressures of fame, money, and expectations that can overwhelm even the most talented. But on the other hand, talent like that, it's rare, it's electric. It's the kind of thing that can change the game. It shouldn't be held back, not when she's ready, not when she's earned it. If a 16-year-old has the skills to compete in the WNBA, then honestly, she should have the chance. Holding her back? It just feels wrong, like putting a lid on greatness before it even gets to shine, like a disservice to her and to the game itself. Because when the future is knocking, maybe the rules need to open the door. The WNBA's age eligibility rules, yeah, they're kind of complicated. On paper they seem straightforward, but once you dig in, you realize there's a lot more going on beneath the surface. They're meant to protect young athletes, to keep the playing field level, to ensure that players are physically and mentally ready for the demands of the pro game. But are they maybe a little outdated? The game has changed, training has changed, and so have the athletes. Right now, the rules say a player has to be 22 during the calendar year of the draft. That's a hard line, no matter how talented you are. There are some exceptions for those who've completed their college eligibility, but that still leaves a lot of young stars in limbo. But what about everyone else? The ones who are ready now, physically, mentally, emotionally, but are told to wait. Should they really have to wait? Should age be the only gatekeeper to opportunity? Look, the NBA lets players enter the draft at 19. That's 3 years earlier than the WNBA. International leagues, they've got different standards altogether. Some are more flexible, more open to young talent. Some even allow players to go pro younger than that. If you're good enough, you're old enough. That's the mindset. So why is the WNBA different? Why the stricter rules? Some folks say it's about protecting young women. From exploitation, from burnout, from the pressure cooker of pro sports. Others argue it's about ensuring maturity and experience, that players are truly ready to handle the spotlight and the grind. But critics? They say it's about control, about limiting opportunities, about gatekeeping a league that should be more inclusive. It's a complicated issue, for sure. One that stirs up strong opinions on all sides. There are solid points on both sides. Safety, readiness, fairness, they all matter. But one thing's clear, these rules need a fresh look, a real conversation, not just tradition for tradition's sake. The WNBA has to evolve, to grow, to reflect the talent and ambition of the next generation, to make sure it's giving its players the best shot possible, no matter their age. The WNBA isn't the only league wrestling with age eligibility. It's actually a global thing. Around the world, sports organizations are constantly debating when young athletes should be allowed to turn pro. It's a question that blends fairness, development, and business. Different sports, different countries, different rules. Some prioritize athlete readiness, others focus on protecting educational pathways, and some just want to keep their talent pipelines flowing. So, how do others handle it? Let's take a closer look. Take the NBA, for example. It's one of the most high-profile leagues in the world, and its rules have a ripple effect across basketball at every level. Their one-and-done rule? Super controversial. It requires players to be at least 19 years old and 1 year removed from high school before entering the draft. That's why many top prospects spend a year in college, not necessarily for the education, but to meet the requirement. Some even go overseas or join developmental leagues like the G League Ignite to bridge that gap. It's a system that's been criticized for forcing athletes into a holding pattern, delaying their professional careers while offering limited compensation. Now, international leagues, they take a different approach, one that's often more flexible and development-focused. FIBA, which is basketball's global governing body, allows players as young as 18 to compete in its tournaments. That opens doors for young talent to gain experience early. And some European leagues go even further, letting players sign pro contracts in their mid-teens. It's not uncommon to see 16 or 17-year-olds playing against grown professionals. The WNBA's rules kind of land in the middle. Players must be at least 22 years old during the year of the draft or have completed 4 years of college eligibility, stricter than some, more flexible than others. It's a rule that sparked debate, especially as more young women are ready to compete at the highest level earlier. There's no perfect answer here. Every system has trade-offs between development, safety, opportunity, and economics. Every league has its own situation, its own set of challenges. What works in one country or sport might not work in another. But by looking at how others do it, we can start new conversations, spark new ideas, and maybe, just maybe, find better solutions that serve both the athletes and the game. The WNBA is standing at a crossroads, the league's growing, viewership is climbing, investments are coming in. But hey, there's still more to do. The WNBA needs to ride this wave, build something lasting, and it all starts with investment, in players, in marketing, and infrastructure. The WNBA deserves to be treated like a major league, because honestly it already is. But that also means tackling the tough stuff, equal pay, better travel conditions, and yeah, rethinking those age eligibility rules. The WNBA has the chance to lead, to be a real champion for its players. The future of women's basketball, it's looking bright, but it's going to take all of us, fans, players, owners, sponsors, everyone. We each have a role to play in growing the game we love, so let's get to it. Let's make it happen.